Guys, we have proof that crypto is going to pump soon. Now, is it going to pump immediately? I don't know. I can't say. But it is definitely going to pump. What is that proof? Well, just today, we have reports that the Trump Media Company wants to raise $3 billion for a crypto purchase. Although I will have to say that the Trump Media Group later on denied what it actually said. But I don't really believe that denial because they already the World Liberty Financial coin already has a lot of crypto in there. And Trump said wants to make America the crypto center of the world. So I highly doubt that he would not buy these things himself. Now, since it's been pretty obvious to everyone that Trump's main purpose in office is to enrich himself, as evidenced by accepting a $400 million jet from the Middle East, lifting sanctions on Syria in return for being able to build Trump Tower Damascus, and of course, his own meme coin that has raised over $300 million into his pockets, there is no way that he is not going to pump crypto after buying $3 billion. Now, I understand that World Liberty Financial already owns some crypto, but that amount of pitiful crypto is nothing compared to $3 billion. $3 billion is a good chunk of Donald Trump's wealth. The only question left is he going to pump all of crypto or is he only going to pump Bitcoin? Because the report also says he's going to follow the playbook of Michael Saylor's strategy. We're just going to call strategy MicroStrategy because strategy is a dumb name and MicroStrategy is a lot more definitive. If I say MicroStrategy, you know what I'm talking about. If I say strategy, you might be thinking of like a real-time strategy game or something. So anyways, they might be following the playbook of MicroStrategy. So Trump Media and Technology Group, DJT, is said to plan a $3 billion capital raise to invest in crypto assets, according to the Financial Times. The company may announce the capital rise at this week's Bitcoin 2025 event in Las Vegas, the report said. Trump Media shared plans to launch a financial services platform focused on crypto and exchange-traded funds in a partnership with Crypto.com. Trump Media and Technology Group, the company that operates the social media site Truth Social, is planning to raise $3 billion to buy crypto assets, the Financial Times reported on Monday. The capital rise, which is said to combine an equity raise and convertible bond offering, could be announced this week at this week's Bitcoin 2025 event held in Las Vegas, according to the report. So essentially, I guess some people on the insider say they're going to buy $3 billion. Now, Donald Trump, because he's really interested in enriching himself via the presidency, is going to use this opportunity to basically pump Bitcoin and crypto as much as possible. Of course, it remains yet to be seen whether they'll only buy Bitcoin or buy all of crypto. If Donald Trump starts buying the $3 billion and it's only Bitcoin, then bruh, you must be a Bitcoin maxi. I mean, like, even if you aren't right now, you should actually switch to being a Bitcoin maxi. Because if he does that, he's going to be only interested in pumping Bitcoin instead of altcoins. And that's not very hard to do because all the big institutions are essentially buying Bitcoins. So all he has to do is basically use his presidential powers, and you know that he will, via executive order or otherwise, influencing his party members to basically stuff that National Reserve with Bitcoins. Now, this $3 billion isn't actually for the National Reserve, it's for his company. But if he actually stuffs that National Reserve full of Bitcoins, then obviously the price of Bitcoin goes up and his $3 million could turn into, $30 billion. We don't really know. But if he starts buying $3 billion and you see it's all Bitcoin, ditch all those altcoins, just buy Bitcoin, because there's no guarantee he's going to do anything for the altcoin market. Maybe besides his Trump coin, but like he's not going to do anything for the altcoin market, just going to pump that Bitcoin up. However, if you see him buying coins, he's making most of the investment into Bitcoin, but he's giving like a good, 10, 20, 30% into altcoins, then you need to buy altcoins. Specifically, pay attention to the ones that DJT actually buys for his media company. Make no mistake, Trump owns his media company, and that money essentially filters all into his own pockets. So he actually has great interest and actually pumping this stuff up. So I do actually believe this is actually true. And because I do believe it's true, I think it's outright. Yeah, it might be a kind of like political corruption, but it's the kind of political corruption that I'm okay with because it pumps my own bags. I mean, if political corruption is going to come to this level anyways, and we can't stop it, might as well go for the political corruption that will pump your own bags and make you a lot of money. Because otherwise, you're going to go for the political corruption that doesn't even benefit you. And what's the point of that? I mean, if you're going to follow along with the corruption, you might as well make some money on it, right? And remember, this is the commander-in-chief. And you can't really do anything about what he does, at least not until midterms where you can actually go vote. But until then, you really can't do anything about what he does. So you might as well accept it. And if you see him buying those coins, you should actually buy it too. Now, obviously, like I said, the media group has actually denied it's raising $3 billion for crypto buys, and this is several hours after all the reports came out. But I actually do believe that it's the insiders and not just the so-called dumb writers that Trump is blaming for this specific news article. I definitely believe the dumb writers right now because the actions he's actually taking with crypto, him saying over and over again, he's going to make America the crypto capital of the world. Him hosting like the crypto meme coin dinner. JD Vance going to go speaking at the Bitcoin conference. He's obviously like trying to influence the crypto people to vote for him and to give him more money. But he also understands from a political standpoint that like crypto is probably not going to win him too many voters because most of those voters are probably Republican to start with anyways. But the thing is, he can actually use his influence to actually pump these coins. And because it's so easy for him to actually make a lot of gains from it, and because of Trump coin, we know that no one's actually going to go after him for all this stuff, at least not until midterms or until the next election when he's out of power. And if the Republican wins, they'll just protect him anyways. So essentially, like, there's really no downside for him going for it right now. And as I've mentioned, Trump's main interest is actually enriching himself via gifts or via his meme coins or with World Liberty Financial, which is actually owned by the Trump organization. So he already has millions upon millions of dollars in crypto, but now he's going to add 3 billion more on crypto, which makes it even basically an enormous incentive for him to actually like pump these coins. I mean, who needs a $400,000 salary when you can just bag $300 million running your own coin and then hosting a dinner to bag $190 million more dollars? I mean, that's like a presidential salary for like the next 100 years. So you really don't need the salary at all. You can donate it, make yourself look good, while still profiting more than any other president has. See, that's the plan right here. And this would go far way into his plan, so I don't really see him not doing it. Now, since the report has actually come out, he might actually try to hide his wallets, but I don't actually think he's going to be that successful in hiding his wallets because, there's people that look over this stuff and figure this stuff out. And if it's like a presidential investment, they will be all over this stuff. Like, they're like not going to hold back in trying to figure out like which one is Trump's wallet, and they'll definitely figure it out. Like, he's going to try to like raise money, X amount of money, and then like right after that, there's a big buyer in crypto or Bitcoin, and we don't really know who it is. It's not like Michael Saylor, Similar Scientific, or one of the others. We'll probably be able to guess that it is actually Trump and his associates. Trust me, these guys that do this all day, they will actually figure it out. And like I said, he owns the Trump media company, DJT, and this crypto buy and subsequently using the president's executive office to pump crypto could actually make that DGT value go up several $billion or even tens of billions of dollars. And that would massively increase his wealth. So I'm almost sure that he's going to do it. I can't really see a reason or a timeline where he actually doesn't do it because that would require like, other politicians to grow a spine, pass some laws saying that like presidents can't do this in their term in office, like codify it. And we all know they don't really have the spine for that. But like I said, it's corruption. but it's the kind of corruption that could actually make me rich without me actually being involved in the corruption myself. So it's like I buy these coins. I don't have anything to do with Trump or his cronies, but I make money from it anyways because he's not that hard to read. And if you see him buying these coins, you know that he's going to pump them. If he only buys Bitcoin, you know you can buy Bitcoin because he's going to pump Bitcoin. And, you really can't get in trouble for that. Just sell before he actually leaves office, especially if he loses the election. Actually, I would just sell before the election in 2024 because if this is true and he starts pumping, you're going to be making so much money from this anyways that you won't really need to hold on from it anymore. And why risk it if the next administration comes in? And, because he's made all this money through crypto and he's done all these shady things through crypto, why risk the next administration actually coming in and dismantling crypto using those excuses? So yeah, just sell before he gets elected if this actually happens, and you'll be making tons of money anyway. So you'll have already made your millions by then. And at that time, no one's going to come after you and no one's really going to care because you're not connected with the president anyways. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.